Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Volvo V60 Cross Country Ultra. This model is finished off in bright dusk. MSRP is just over $64,000. Now this is powered by the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. It's paired to both the 48-volt hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic. This pumps out 247 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this 4,100-pound station wagon from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. It has a top speed of 130 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 15.9 gallons. You'll expect to see around 24 miles per gallon in the city, 31 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 113.2 inches. Its overall length is 188.5. It has a width of 75.4, a height of 59.2, and its ground clearance measures in just over 8 inches. So as far as being a practical vehicle for driving in any situation, you have a lot of ground clearance for this model as well. As we work our way back to the front end design, you'll notice that the Volvo logo is right in the middle. There's also the forward-facing camera and then the signature Volvo design with the one arrow leading up. Now the entire grille is finished off in chrome for the surround, as well as all the accents that run throughout the grille. This also has a set of LED headlights with the DRLs and turn signals. There's the headlight washers as well, which are integrated into the bumper. There's also fog lights in the lower section along with some parking sensors, and then plenty of cutouts in the middle section underneath. And there's some distinctive lines that come down the hood as well to give it a great look. Now the color for this Volvo is very sharp. I think it brings out all of the lines very nicely, including the ones in the lower section of the door there. This also has a very nice set of two-tone wheels, along with the brake calipers, which are standard for this model, or just the standard brakes basically. This also has power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. There is a full moonroof up top, and then all the window trim is blacked out as well. Very nice lines running down the side, and with the station wagon look, it has a great design to it. Now in back, there's the body colored spoiler along with the integrated brake light. There's also the wiper blade, LEDs for the taillights. There's the backup camera with all the sensors. You can actually tow right around 2,000 pounds with this station wagon as well. So if you need to put a small trailer on the back, you can. Cross Country is also stamped in the lower section of that bumper. And then to gain access to the trunk or the cargo space, the key fob for this Volvo is finished off in orange, which is interesting to see. But there's lock, unlock, and then the trunk release, or you can actually use the hands-free option. So just come over to the left side and you can kick here where it will open up, which is really nice. Or you can use that button up top, of course. Now, once in back, there is a lot of space for this hatchback. There's a little bit of storage on this left side. Underneath the floor, there's also a little bit of space with the spare tire there if you need to use it. There's this removable cover, and then you can also fold down the back seats as well. That gives you a lot more interior space, as you can tell right now, so it is very usable for extra items and things like that. There's also the control up top, so you can close that liftgate or lock the vehicle as well. If you do lock the vehicle, you can actually lock and unlock it with all 4 door handles. And then take a look at this interior where we have a really nice design with the two-tone for the door panel. There's your lock control along with the window control, Bowers & Wilkins for the audio system as well. And then as we work our way to the interior, a very nice set of seats. And at 5'10", it's pretty easy to hop into the back. Now there's a storage pocket behind both front seats. Right in the middle, you have access to your heated seats along with the fan speed, temperature adjustments. There's air vents in the middle and then an auxiliary down below. And at my height, 5'10", I have plenty of space. I have 2 or 3 inches above my head here. Very comfortable. There's also a grab handle up top. And then right in the middle, there's the armrest. There's also cup holders that pop out, so you can use those as needed. And then you also have this area here that you can open up to gain access to the back if needed. Here's a look at visibility. You have some very large windows, so it is extremely easy to see all around, which is of course great for a station wagon like this. Now as we work our way to the front door panel, you'll notice that it is similar to the rear, of course. There's memory seating adjustments, lock and unlock. There's all the window controls, side mirror adjustments as well, and then a little bit of storage in that lower section. And then the front seats have a great look to them. They're also automatic with several adjustments. As you can tell, I have the leg support all the way out at the moment, so you can get these dialed in and very comfortable. Now, as we look at the steering wheel, it's finished off in solid leather. On this left side, there's cruise control along with distance pacing. On the right side, you have volume and tuning, and then a Bluetooth control. But let's start this up with my foot on the brake. We'll just twist that rotary dial there, and this will come to life. Over on the right side, if you push on this button right here, it's only going to adjust the center of the digital gauge cluster there. So if I push on that, it's going to pull up the navigation and the map there. You push on it, it will disappear. That is the only function that you have. Now on the left side, there's miles per hour. Right side, there's the tach, along with what gear you're in as well. And then there's some other vitals throughout that screen. Now this also has the head-up display. Currently it's just showing miles per hour and the speed limit sign. Now on this left side, there's the liftgate release. Really nice wood trim accent, along with one air vent. Leather covers the entire dash, where there's also a part of the Bowers & Wilkins audio right in the center there. And then right in the middle, we have the infotainment system. This is a touchscreen system. In the lower section here, you have a lot that you can go through. So if I push on the 4 squares, it's going to bring up all of these icons here, where we have the car status. You can pull up maps, so that way you can get into your Google Maps there. You have Apple CarPlay, Google Assistant, you can go into your phone. You have some other settings that you can get into as well. You can also pull up the camera system. So right now we are looking at the rear-facing camera, and then we have adjustments for the heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You have the fan speed, all the temperature dials. You can even get into the rear adjustments as well. So you can control all of this from up front, and there's even some parking settings that you can go through as needed. And then we have some passenger adjustments, as well as various settings that you can get into, like your profiles, your connectivity, all of those different settings. You can also swipe down from the top if you need to and go through some of this info. So it's basically like a giant phone tablet with that home control in the lower section there. And then you also have your audio, your maps, your phone. You can get through those split views there. There's an air vent on both sides. There's also volume right in the middle, along with some defrosters and tuning. And then below that, you'll notice that we have more of that wood trim. You can actually open up both of these, where you get a little bit of storage up front. You get a 12 volt with some storage and 2 cup holders on the one side. This even has the crystal shifter. If I push it in the forwards position, that will bring up the backup camera there. We can also push on 360, and now we have a 360 view. So you can look at one of these side mirrors there. There's also the forward-facing camera, and then the rear-facing and the other side view mirror. So you have plenty of visibility. Drive is all the way to the back, and then if you want to put this into manual mode, you'll just pull on it one more time. So you'll notice on the gauge cluster, now we're in manual mode, and you actually shift left and right. So you upshift to the right, and then you downshift to the left. Park is located just behind that. There's the engine start stop, along with your parking brake, your auto hold. You get a little bit of storage with an auxiliary in the center armrest there. And then the glove box also has plenty of space where you can place additional items. Now there's some garage door buttons up top. You have your dome lights, and then to open up the entire sunshade and sunroof, just swipe your finger. So it's not an actual control. You just swipe your finger in order to do that as needed. And then as you can get a look at visibility, you have a lot of glass. So it's very easy to see over that left side. And then over the right side, as we work our way over, you can easily see out of that side as well. So definitely plenty of glass for the station wagon. So as we set up now behind the wheel for the Volvo V60, I've had this for a few days now. So I've been able to rack up some miles, get out on the highway, really experience what this station wagon has to offer. Now, I haven't been around Volvo in quite some time, so getting to drive this is really neat just to get reacquainted with the brand. This seems like a very nice station wagon to go with. That's something that's becoming a little bit more popular now in the USA market. A lot of brands are starting to bring back the station wagons. A lot of people really like them. It's something that is going to give you a lot more cargo space, as you saw in the back of the items that I've placed in here so far. So it's going to be a little bit bigger than your traditional sedan, but not quite as big as an SUV. And it's still going to give you those practicalities and a lot of room in the back. So if you're looking for a vehicle like this, it's definitely a great option to go with. I will say it's a little bit simple on the interior. We have a lot of technology. It's very easy to go through this screen, but as far as just what you have in general, it's very simple. So if you're not looking for, it's luxury focused, but it doesn't have a million different settings. So if you're looking for a vehicle that is just going to give you that simplicity, but give you luxury as well, it's a great option to go with. For the $65,000 price tag, I'm not really sure what else would compete with this as far as other station wagons. You could get other vehicles, of course, for that price, but not too many other direct competitors for this type of vehicle. I could see this kind of being almost like a Subaru in a sense, where you have the all-wheel drive system, you have a vehicle with a lot of ground clearance, that station wagon kind of hatchback look, just a little bit more expensive and some nicer material. So it's kind of similar to that ish. That's really all I can think of is an all-wheel drive vehicle you can take on the gravel, something you might put a bike rack on, you know, something of that style. But it's been a really nice vehicle to drive, super comfortable. Seats are really comfortable as well, and it's a great vehicle from point A to point B that is going to give you a little bit of that luxury vibe as well. Visibility is also pretty easy to see. I will say the pillars in the back from the driver's seat are a little bit hard to see around, but you have the cargo window there as well. So just once you get used to driving a vehicle like this, you'll be able to easily see all around, of course. And so now let's pop it into the manual setting from second gear. Here we go. Definitely has a good bit of power to it, especially with that hybrid assistance there, but this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the V60. It's a nice vehicle. It's definitely been great to drive. It gets really good fuel economy as well. I'm still over half a tank with the driving that I've done over the last 3 days, which I'm probably around 300 miles on that half a tank so far. But it's really nice. I don't really have any complaints over the last couple of days. Obviously, I don't own this vehicle, but it's been nice so far. I do wish there was some more information in the digital gauge cluster, just compared to just turning on the navigation there, but it's nice that you can hide that away if you want a little bit more of a calm screen for your drive. But it's pretty simple. Very nice point A to point B vehicle. It's going to provide you with a comfortable, smooth ride, plenty of interior storage, and a good bit of power as well. For that 4-cylinder turbo, it's a lot of money for that kind of engine. I'm not sure, the V90 might have a different engine if you want some more power. But for this model here, it has an adequate amount to get up, merge into traffic, been able to, you know, pass vehicles or get up to speed in highway situations and all that. So I don't have any complaints there. But even driving in inclement weather, we have the all-wheel drive system to help, so you can have a little bit more confidence in the driving situations, especially if this is your only vehicle. The adaptive cruise, let's talk about that real quick because I have used it. It's a nice system. It's a little funky to get used to. It's kind of just a little bit different with the minimal controls here, but it's easy to use. I do like that system as well. It works pretty similar to what you would expect with every other vehicle. There's just no restart button, I guess, when you come to a stop. I believe it's the top button here, so that way you don't have to touch the gas pedal or the brake for it to start moving with traffic. But other than that, super nice vehicle. If you are looking for something like this with that hatchback wagon design to it. But that is going to wrap it up for the Volvo V60 Cross Country. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.